I did it again. I pressed the audio thing. Did I? Thank you, Frontline. Yo, yeah, man. Shakur Stevenson pulling out of the. I mean, Shakur Stevenson, opponent, pulling out of this. Floyd Schofield, and I want to talk to you guys about what you guys feel about this situation with Schofield and Shakur. Um, Look, I'm just gonna dive right into it. Uh, this is a bad look for Floyd Schofield's camp and his father and everything. And I'm starting to believe that, Schofield Sr. here has really developed a conspiracy theory about everybody against his son in boxing. It seems to be these unfortunate circumstances that continue to happen. And this didn't just start in the Shakur Stevenson fight, because if we think about all the things that they have said leading into the Shakur Stevenson fight, and I'm pretty sure there's more that I don't even know about, but let's think about it. Remember, he was saying that somebody ripped out pages on his passport, they sliced his tires, they drew guns on the dad, that he's traumatized. Now, all these things, right? So, when I was hearing all this go down, my spider senses started to go off. The problem is, I've heard this before. That's what you see. Before I started thinking about Schofield's excuse on pulling out or whether he's a duck or not, right? Like a light bulb went off in my head, and I was like, wait a minute. Didn't his father accuse another camp for tampering with the water and the food? And that they had to get like this nutrition. And I was like, wait a minute. So everybody's plotting on your son? They got time to hire people to, and I understand that there's things in the game, right? There's, coaches or, but sometimes these things are done in opportune time or one time hired type shit but all his moves are been centered around them out to get him. And I think he convinced his son that if he went forward in this fight, there was absolutely no chance of him winning. He wasn't going to knock out Shakur, and he wasn't going to win on points. Because you guys mean to tell me, what kind of stomach bug did you get diagnosed 4 or 5 days out from the fight that told you can't proceed? That shit'll clear up in a couple days. I think in time for the fight. How would you definitively know that you couldn't make that? What's up, chat family? What's up, Bam Bam in the building? Showing the support. What's up? What's up? What you guys were saying over here? Let me read these chats. Let me stay with you. The British come in and made the something your way in. He was way over. Another way of dunking Frontline. Listen, there has to be more to this story. This is very odd. How do you know definitively that you wouldn't be able to go along, you know what I mean, with the fight? That you're pulling out. You made a definitive up. He's sick today. We're about a week out from the fight. No fight. Bro, you didn't want this fight. You did not want this fight. And all these things that they've been saying. Yo, his father said they pulled guns on him. What was it? Somebody ripped a piece of the passport page. They sliced his tires. He fired members of his boxing team because they were moles. And they were getting back information to Shakur Stevenson. That's what Schofield Sr. said. He fired, like, hey, yo, it was like, you know how when Pablo Escobar and the Americans made him turn on himself, he killed his own henchmen. They were never disloyal to him. And he just started like cutting everybody off. It's like this sense of paranoia. And I don't know, man, if Floyd can continue like this with his dad's, if this is the way he's been his whole life, or because now I'm not buying it that everybody was, yo, his dad's probably popping your tires. He probably ripped that page out of that passport. The more I start to think about this, it's just like he talks negative and negative shit just pops up. Shit, Carlos, shit sounds like a duck to me too, man. Secret Dancer said they did want to fight. Who wanted to fight? Wait and see what. Look, what I'm saying to you right now, Secret Dancer, is that the fight has been canceled, on Floyd's side. It's gonna, it's not gonna wait till what? Do you think it has something to do with Turkey? Nah, no duck. Why? Why no duck? What are you saying? What's Secret Dancing? Kid Austin and his dad were all over YouTube live promoting fight. He looked healthy and looked forward to the fight. Yeah, that's what you can, you could read a book by its cover. They're all over trying to promote the fight, but in what light? Because if you saw those interviews, well, I'm pretty sure you saw all the interviews where his father made all these accusations. They sliced his tires, they ripped the page out of the passport, all this shit. And then when you look back at his last fights and previous fights, all of a sudden they were trying to fuck with his food, his water. He wasn't allowed to take, and then there's always drama behind the Schofields. It's always one accusation after another. It's never, let's go into fight camp and let's settle our differences in the ring. And I think truly what happened here was a case that it would snack. Everybody's got their opinion. I just don't think that understanding how the British Board of Boxing conducted their weight checks on fight week. They went by American standards. It was, look, they were just mind games. This is something else. Scooter did this. No, look. Had it been cancellation of sorts on Shakur's side, I would say it was Turkey. Turkey doesn't have anything invested with Floyd. Floyd's name is not in Turkey's list of fighters. Now, Shakur might be in his list of fighters. Shakur's not pulling out of the fight. Shakur's looking for another opponent. So it lets you know that Shakur wanted to go through this fight. The funny thing is, where the Schofields revealed their hand, is that they pulled out of the fight due to a stomach virus. None of you are God. None of you are doctors. None of you can tell me how fast or how slow he would recover from that. Now, I would have alerted the committee. They would have found a standby as a precaution for the next 4 to 5 days. So just in case I get to that 24-hour window, I say I can't continue, they would announce the replacement. Probably the same one they get right now. But to cancel the fight speaks louder than words. Your excuse for canceling the fight is that you had a stomach virus and that the board, athletic board, British board or whatever, said you weren't making the weight on time or whatever. You know, like that cut. Okay, look. First of all, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Because the last one you're reporting on the date of the fights is that 13-day out one. That's the last one. And then you just cut the rest of the weight on fight night. I've never seen a weight where they judge you 4 days out from the fight. That's unheard of. That's just you. All you got to do, you got to give that guy the shot. How can you say that he's this much pounds and he doesn't have the ability to cut weight to make fight? Bullshit. Everybody cuts weight different. Some of these kids are young. They could cut a dramatic amount of weight. So you couldn't say that was the excuse. The British boxing can't say, oh, no, you're not on weight schedule this close leading into the fight. That's bullshit. That's pure bullshit. They've never done that in the boxing history. You got 3 weights. And by time you would have got to this point, you would have already had to proof of those other 2 weights, not 4 or 5 days leading in. So your timeline doesn't match for your lie. So you can't go that way with me. That's unheard of. It would have been 2 weeks out from the fight. Okay, he's not making that cutoff weight. 4 days into the fight? No. Nice try. You don't do that in boxing. So then the stomach virus, how do you know he won't be cured tomorrow? I'm not. So you're taking the chance of walking away from all this money, getting all this scrutiny, and possibly your son being overlooked in future fights. Your son and Shakur was a big fight on this card. I don't know if the boxing worlds and these promoters are going to believe in you guys as a team anymore. You know, because you guys represent the Schofield brand, the name. If you guys are not good to do money with, and this is not the only situation the Schofield has ever had in fights. I dare you to go back, look back on his fights, and look at all the drama you're going to start to unravel every single time you sign up to fight them. There's always something. It's not your basic regular shit talking. No, with them, you're getting actual situations and events and shit. Like what? They ripped your pass, they cut your tires, they drew guns on you. What? They tamper with your food, they tamper with your water. Everybody's against you. And this is just not one fight. It's not just one fight. And I'm starting to think a different, man. You know, your son's not that good, bro, for them to go that far to sabotage a fight. I'm sorry to tell you, your son Schofield is not that frightening. I feel that anybody would have to cheat to beat him. He's really not. He's not even at the top of the food chain. But yet, everybody's cutting your tires and all this stuff to try to prevent a fight for what? No one is scared of your son, Schofield. Name me one guy in the division that avoided your son. Anybody. Nobody even really knows your son. He's a relatively unknown. He might be got a little buzz in his neck of the woods. He's not a global superstar. He's not even close to it. And he's not even close to the fact that he's considered a real threat. Schofield ain't a threat to... He's just making his way. We really don't even got that much on him. But all of a sudden, they got to cut your son's tires. They got to do all this stuff. Because of what? Who should be fearing your son? Who do you think got all this animosity towards you? That's why I think it's a load of shit. I mean, if your son was an opposing figure, like a dominating fighter that fighters were avoiding because of his skills or knockout power, then I could say, well, people fear him. But there's not one boxer on planet Earth I've ever heard publicly say, yo, I'm scared of that man. Or Schofield, he's a real threat. Or that even the boxing world is talking him up like he's the next Mike Tyson FLOYD. Like, your son is nothing for no one to be scared of. I don't know where all this hate... who the fuck is doing this shit? Who is trying to stop you from fighting Shakur? Who in their right mind is like, oh shit, Shakur, let me protect you from Schofield. Let me try to get this fight canceled because I'm afraid Shakur's gonna go in there and just rock Shakur Stevenson. Who the fuck is saying that? Where? I don't understand it. There's no Shakur Stevenson fan should be doing anything outrageous or threatening to you or your son because everything you got coming to you was going to come to you on that night in the ring. Because you and I know it, you guys bit off more than you can chew. You guys saw the Teals doing it, the Ryans doing it, and all that clout chasing, and you thought you could come up and attach your name to a couple great fighters and get away with it. But what happened when Shakur Stevenson's opponent pulled out? And you and your son were talking about, Shakur won't fight me. He's scared. And Shakur said, yo, I ain't got nothing better to do. You want to, I'll bust your ass. And he turned around. You were talking shit to that man, right? Just like I described it. If somebody pulls up to your house and you know you can whoop his ass, and you upstairs in the house, minding your own business, and he pulls up to your house, rah, 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 come downstairs, I'm going to bust your ass. And you open the window and tell him, leave. Leave before I come downstairs. If you make me come downstairs, brother, I'm going to tell you right now. And he says, okay, come downstairs. You close the window and you walk downstairs. You open the door and what do? You give him what he came there for. Then all of a sudden, you're the bad guy. You're the bad guy because you knew you could beat him up. He can't fight. He's not on your level. You beat him up. Now you're the bully. Really? I'm the bully. When you pulled up to my house, when I opened the window and told you to leave, you ignore all warning signs. All warning signs. Schofield and Floyd Schofield asked for this fight. Shakur didn't ask to fight him. Shakur never said, hey, Schofield, why don't you fight me? When did he ever say that? When? Floyd asked for that fight. The Schofields asked for that fight. They were pulling on Shakur's cape. Yo, come on, fight me. Fight me. They were the ones. And now look, bro, they looking so bad right now. They looking so bad because they didn't have an injury to report, because you know they would have to do x-rays or whatever. It's the common thing you would try to put together, but homeboy, you're no doctor. You have no, even if the doctor would tell you you're gonna need a week to recover, son. How many times they told you that from a flu or something? And then 24, 48 hours, you jump out of the bed feeling like $1,000,000 and your pajamas just milking it because you got 3 extra days. How could you determine that? Why don't you just get the standby and let the plans go as if you really wanted this fight? And if you couldn't do it at 24 hours, then let the stand up by fill in. I don't know. Let me read these messages. Y'all are going in. I'm overreaching on this one. I'm always overreaching on this one, man. I'm always, look, you're making up stuff. Do you think I'm making up stuff? What am I making up? You're making up stuff. Do you think they want all to say? Yeah, that's exactly what I think. Thank you for elaborating it. And you wrote it down so eloquently, Secret Dancer. That's 100% what I think. And what's your point? That's what you call a duck. You pulled out on the fight. You pulled out on everything. I don't think them guys are even good business anymore. I can't believe you wanted this fight and you did all of this to get here and do this. The signs were all over the place. At least there's a few things we can't say, right? You know, there's some things that you guys can't just avoid, right? Look at the pattern leading all the way here. The passport being ripped out. Have you heard any of these kind of accusations from Shakur Stevenson's side or from any other boxer in that card? Anyone else get their tires sliced? Why are they slicing his tires? Who the fuck is Floyd Schofield? Who, like, why would anybody slice your tires? You are not a threat. The entire world, Vegas, you and I knew Shakur was going to whoop his ass. It was just how bad he was going to whoop his ass. That's all. I don't know anyone that actually had Schofield in the fight. And if you did, that proves there was too many of you. It was far in between. So what does that tell you? That all the money is on Shakur. You are not feared. Just show up. Apparently, the entire boxing world and your boxing circle got a bunch of moles in it. They're getting information back to Shakur. Remember, he fired half his boxing team. Remember that. I didn't do it. Schofield Sr. did that. Half his boxing team has been fired. These are all facts. Words right out of his own mouth. Go look on Mill City. He has all these interviews. He's the one that told me this. I'm not just pulling this shit out of my head. The passport, he said it. The sliced tires, he said it. All this shit is what he said. I've never seen anybody going into a fight with this much fucking drama. Not unless you're ripping those pictures, those passports, and you're popping tires to make it seem like, what? Why is anyone on God's green earth trying to impede you from entering the ring with Shakur? Why are you such a threat? To who? To the referee? Because not to your opponent, Shakur Stevenson. Nobody got your son in the fight. And I mean no one. Shakur Stevenson might be going through a lot of scrutiny, but here's a statistical boxing fact, right? Shit. I don't even want to scare your son off, but I'm going to try to go with the lowest number here then. 3 fights ago, when Shakur Stevenson fought the Asian dude with the purple gloves, what was his name again? I'm going to bring it down to that fight, because if I tell the number now, I'm going to fucking scare this guy off, right? But leading into that fight right there, right? Shakur Stevenson had went 132 rounds in boxing, right? This is not on average. I'm not rounding this shit up. I'm not just taking numbers out of my head. Up until that point of that fight, Shakur Stevenson had only lost 8 professional rounds. 8 rounds. Coming into that fight. I remember that statistic because the announcer said it. So until that point of that fight, he had only lost 8 rounds. Your son was not going to touch him. I think you knew it, I knew it, and the world knew it, and you bit off more than you can chew. You somehow convinced yourself you wasn't going to win a decision out there. And if this is all because of the Saudi prince, what do you mean? Saudi prince. You really think the Saudi prince got to pay money for Shakur Stevenson to win a fight? If the whole world wants to see him lose, you were brought there to beat him. Your fucking logics and your lies, they just don't make sense, Schofield. You ever see that scene in Fast and the Fury? I think it was Fast and Fury 1. It's probably the only one I ever watched, right? Remember when a kid, he's racing him and he hit that NOS button and he took off and homeboy was like too soon and he beat him? They hit the NOS button too soon. They didn't wait for their bullshit to materialize to pull out. They didn't have a proper excuse. It's the biggest bag for his career. Hard to see him fly all this way and just duck. But Edwin makes a good point. The odds were crazy against Schofield. Listen, look, my thing is this, man. Nobody really they want to see Shakur lose. And Turkey is not have to pay to see him win. It was going to be a good fight, but I think your son was going to be outclassed. He was a level or 2 behind in Shakur, and we all knew that. We all knew that shit was. I'm gonna drop it right now. He was out of his league, but we commended him for taking the fight, just like we said David Morrell. We felt like David Morrell didn't have enough boxing experience to fight David the Monster Benavidez, but at least he showed up. This is making you Schofield dudes look real bad. It really is.
Ya era hora. Ya era hora.
What's up?
What's up?
Man, what you think about this shit, man?
So,
Talk to me.
So I don't know if there was a misunderstanding on the British Commission. What they saying was that the weight that Schofield was at, it was too high for him to lose that amount of weight for fight night. So it was more of a health concern
Health.
versus whatever. So I don't know.
Okay. All right. All right. Here's my point, right? Leading into the fight on a contract, you have a contract or weight. You have 3 weights you got to make. 15 days out from the fight, 20 something, whatever a month. From there, from the time you sign the contract to prove you guys are on pace. In order for them to have gotten this far along in the fight, they would have had to have submitted that. This decision was just released upon this morning. This morning, they deemed that. So you mean to tell me that the British Boxing Athletic Committee can deem whether one man or another man can cut weight better than this man?
No, what you're saying is in a healthy way.
Okay. All right. All right. That's still up to the fighter. Because and then my other thing would have been, right? My other thing would have been, how the hell, right? How the hell were they taking his weight at this point in time, 5 days leading into the fight? Because I've never seen it. There's that 14 to 15 day. That's your last one. From there, they give you the okay. You fly out to whatever state, country you're at, and then you cut the remaining of the weight. There's no, well, where do they weigh someone 5 days out from a fight and determine that? Where have you ever heard that in boxing history? Now, the 15-day one, the 15-day weigh-in, the 14 one, that one you hear about all the time. But after that one, that's the last one. I don't see when you weigh somebody 5 days out from the fight and determine it's a scare for you to cut this much weight, healthy wise. That sounds like a crock of bullshit. I've never seen that in my life.
Now they saying
Never,
though, they're
huh?
saying that the only one that can pull it off would be Turkey. He could be the one that says, you know what, fuck it, let it go, let's make the fight happen, so on and so forth. But it's up to Turkey in order for him to make it
No, it's
happen.
not. That's a lie. Turkey don't got that kind of power. You see, a lot of people go along with money and who he is, and he could pay anything. But unfortunately, that's not how sometimes the real world works. Okay, there's a sanctioning, there's sanctioning bodies, and there's athletic boxing committee. They deem if the fight can be held a professional matchup. If they're not involved with it and they don't sign off of it, then you don't have a professional match. That's what validates if this is going to be an amateur, a 3-rounder, it's if it's on the line. So in order for you to get cleared to go on a national world stage, you're going to have to get approved by the athletic committee. And Turkey can't just snap his fingers and sanction a mandated, regulated fight. He doesn't have that kind of power, and he doesn't pull those kind of strings. That would never happen. You're going to have to get it signed by those people.
What's up, Carlos?
What up, Frontline? What up, Brownwood? I'm just here
What's up,
listening,
baby?
you know, man, this shit's like an espionage mission, bro, movie. Like,
Tell
damn,
me
man.
about
It
it.
was like they stole our passport. They spiked my son. Man, I'm like, man, it sounds like if it sounds like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, it's a duck. That's how I'm seeing it. You
Bro,
know
they're
what I
just
mean?
giving you a prelim of every episode in the novela that's coming out.
I shall see.
Yo,
That was
what's
I
this?
got what I'm.
Look at him, está tío. That's a duck, baby. Huh? That's a dunk. Yo, listen, guys,
You know,
listen.
it's like it's crazy. I just want to say this. It's crazy the amount of clout chasing it is in boxing. Like you
Right.
got you got Floyd Schofield's father calling out Shakur's name, saying, "No, we got the blueprint to beat him, this and that." And we're in the last week getting ready, for this fight, and he like falls off. It's like, wow, what a bunch of hoopla. You know what I mean?
Hey, secret dancer, you fucking dick, right? You got a good point. You got a good point, right? I gotta agree with him. There are different rules in the UK than there is in America. So, and I'm always reminding the people that there are different rules. So, if there is uh, a UK fucking mysterious wait 5 days between a fight that I've never heard of, or we don't know how to tell because they don't tell us about these things neither. You kind of stumble upon them when there's a situation such as this. So now that's something that he's gonna make me go look. I'm gonna go look this down because Secret Dancer
My,
fucking had to be the guy. He's that guy. You know what I mean? So
I
okay,
got a
cool.
question.
Yeah, what's up?
To save this fight, you think is it possible to have a cash weight being like agreed on? I don't, or is this too late?
What do you
No,
mean?
because it's for a title fight.
Oh, beloved, yeah, it's a title fight.
Yeah, then the title won't be on the line if the guy
Then the
can't.
title will be on the line. But out of their mouths, out of Floyd Schofield's father's mouth, they say we don't care about the belt. We just want to,
Well,
we just
that's
want to
just it.
win.
They're trying to come in heavier to get the advantage. That's probably what they're aiming for. Fuck the title, come in heavier, give Schofield more of an advantage.
An
Kind of like,
advantage.
kind of like how Ron put it off with Haiti.
Yeah. A little bit like that, but let me listen, guys. Let's not get too ahead of
Secret's getting
ourselves.
at you, Edwin.
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves with the fucking conspiracy. All right, all right. Because let me tell you something right now. Like, um, why do you have like the Shakur fans or the Schofield fans feel that they had to sabotage them every step of the way? Like, where do you see that Schofield was such a threat? Like, why do you think that all these people hate you or is trying to stop you? I don't buy that. Who the fuck would ever try to stop Schofield from going in the ring with Shakur? Who's scared of him? Who's ripping out your passport? Who's cutting your tires? Who's putting guns in your face? Who on your team are you firing because they got a spy on you because your son is that much of an opposing threat? At what point are you so fucking good that Shakur is about to lose his belt? See, that's my argument. Bro, no one's scared of you. You're not him. You never was, and there's no reason to rip out your passport, cut your tires, just show up. He's acting like he's he's Debo. And he's about to go up there and beat the brakes on Shakur. That's the impression he's giving the people. Who's this person? The one-armed man with Harrison Ford? He's the guy that keeps breaking into your hotel room? Because who the fuck is doing this for what? Your son's not going to win this fight regardless. They don't got to cheat you to beat you. That's what I don't understand. He's got like some crazed fan out there from Shakur's side that definitely doesn't want the fight to happen because you are so dangerous.
So let me ask you this: could this be a promotional thing? Could it
No.
be something to catch people off guard and
promotional? Well, so your promotional attempt was to get the fight canceled?
But Edwin, you know that controversy sells.
Yeah, yes. But you're gonna sell controversy with no fight.
Well, no. What if they're saying the fight is canceled and he magically, some way, somehow makes weight fight night?
I don't.
Yeah. It's Tuesday.
This is not
Friday.
Yeah, this is not like you can pull somebody out from the bullpen and then you can't bring them back in, bro. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Like if you are
So
not
the
cleared,
question
that's
is,
okay.
was it officially canceled, or was it just rumors that it was
No, no,
canceled?
no. Schofield's team announced they're withdrawing from the contest. They already notified the athletic boxing committee they are not participating in said matchup. Now, the boxing athletic committee and Shakur Stevenson and his promotional company, they all got a job to do. Not only do they got to find someone in the top 15, because no champion can make a title defense under the top 15 ranking. So you got to find somebody in the top 15 ranking. And if anyone has a fight scheduled already in any basic worded up contract, it states that if they pull you out of that fight to try to fight somebody else, 100% of your purse is forfeited to your opponent.
So Edward, is this the type of duck that's the like we talked about yesterday, where I'm gonna fuck you up next time I see you?
Yeah, oh yeah. That's what he's doing. You know how when you see somebody and you run into somebody and the dude tells you, yo, check this out, you lucky. Because the next time I see you, I'm going to put these hands on you. And you're looking at him saying, well,
Let's
you
do it
see
right
me
now.
now. And no, the next time I see you, I'm going to beat the brakes off you. And I'm thinking in my head, well, there's only air and opportunity between us. But if you want it, okay, the next time I see you, just until the next time I see you, right? Listen,
Is this real quick? Uh, is this the same shit with when you get a career high payday, and it's like, for example, when Brian Norman and Moose Ennis, that fight fell off because Brian Norman was actually for too much, but now he's fighting Derek Cuevas. Is this in the same? Uh, is it similar to what we're watching right now? Because Floyd Schofield is going to get a career high payday to fight Shakur Stevenson.
Your troll is funny as hell.
he is. Troll's funny as hell.
Let me read. What am I feel like I'm missing something.
He said next time. Right now is inconvenient.
It's inconvenient right now.
Yeah, yeah.
It's inconvenient right now. I
There probably will never be a next time. That's the thing. Like I don't know what's the.
don't think they're gonna fuck with him after this. I'm trying. That's what I said earlier in my show. Does this put a black eye on Floyd's Schofield's senior and them as a team? That they say that they're not good money. I mean, look, Turkey and all them already paid for their plane tickets, their hotels. They paid a lot of money and they put up a lot of billboards and advertisement with both your faces on it. A lot of money has already gone into you. For you to pull out, or the UK saying about some mysterious rule to determine that you can't cut this much weight healthy, I don't know if they can make such a rule,
I got
because who
another
can
question.
say that front line can only cut 6 pounds from here to tomorrow, but I could cut 12. I doubled what he cut, and I'm all right. And then here comes Carlos. He cuts 20 pounds.
Gotcha.
And we all started out the same way. Everybody's body's not the same. How could you determine and say that that would be healthy? And then how healthy and how far off was he? That you mean to tell me you allowed him to get this far in the fight without checking in the 2-week weight thing? Was he on time then? So if he was on time and on schedule, how the fuck did he get fat within the time to the fight? See, there's precautionary measures put in place for enough time for them to get somebody for this type of thing.
Where's where is
You have to
Shakur
understand
and Floyd
these things
Schofield
are
at
put
right
in
now?
place. These things are put in place in boxing to prevent shit like this from happening. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he's at an alarming rate where we're concerned that if he tries to cut it, something could happen to him.
Hey, who's this
Don't fight. Fight
Josh
canceled.
Padley that
Yeah,
supposedly might replace Schofield? Is he any good?
Josh Padley, I know nothing about him.
me either.
Me, I never
Is,
even heard of the dude.
is he a UK
I
fighter?
don't know who the fuck he is, bro. Yeah, like
Supposedly he's undefeated, I think. My
this.
question to y'all is
Let
that
me go to box rec real quick.
where's Shakur, where's Floyd at right now? They're not at Saudi Arabia right now, right? Because what they have to like travel out there. Because I heard also that Carlos Adames was having troubles to he was not allowed to like take a early flight to go to Arabia and train over there or something like that. They had to like let him know like what date is to travel over there. He can't just pick out a date. He's a
Look at
UK
this. Look at
fighter.
this.
He beat.
Bam, bam. I know Josh Padley very well. Yeah,
Yo,
yeah,
so
he's not American.
he's a
Okay, okay. No, but
he's a UK fighter. He's 15-0 with 4 knockouts.
is he
Yeah, he's ranked number 3 in UK, 29 in the world.
Well, I know one thing. Get ready for the melatonin.
for the melatonin?
For
He's
the
going to sleep.
melatonin.
He's going to
Acho.
sleep.
No, 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 no,
No,
no.
the fight is gonna
No.
put you to sleep.
I'm gonna go
Oh,
to sleep.
oh, okay,
I'm
okay,
gonna go to
okay.
sleep. Go hold it. 4 knockouts. Acho. With your cord, I'm going to sleep. Shit.
Yeah, but Edwin, pull up his box rec. Dude, this dude has fought nothing but bums.
No.
He's got
What's his
one good
ranking?
fight with a
What's his
6-0
ranking?
fighter.
Just
Leiden,
tell me his ranking.
I just said it. He's number 9 in the world, 29 in the world, and he's number 3 in the UK. But
He's
okay, look,
almost
He's
top
also top
15 with the
15 with the
WBC.
WBC.
you ready? You ready for this? First fight, Jamie Quinn, 5 wins, 81 losses, 2 draws. Second fight, Naeem Ali, 2 wins, 53 losses, 1
Damn.
draw. Third
Talk
fight,
about cab drivers.
third fight, Liam Richards, 12 wins, 61 losses.
Yeah.
Jordan Ellis, 11 wins, 28 losses. Ezekiel Georges, 2 wins, 5 losses. Brian Mairena, 13 wins, 22 losses. Christian Narvaez, 16 wins, 37 losses. Jordan Ellison, 13 wins, 37 losses.
Did he ever fight anybody with a winning record?
Yes, Jimmy First, 14 wins, no losses, and he won on points. And he won that one. What does it say here?
Shit. I've been hearing
Uh,
also. I'll let you finish, but
then his next fight after that, Victor Julio, 16-7. Clayton Bricknell, 4-8. Then he goes up to Leiden Cherkop, who was 6-0.
What's
Then
his complete record again?
15-0 with 4 knockouts.
So
Then
he's undefeated.
yes, but then he
yeah.
fought Leiden Cherkop, who's 6-0. Then he fought Connerly Doherty,
Does
who
he
was
have any
5-2.
12 rounds experience?
No, all fights are so
Eh,
okay. I'm ready for this.
Yeah.
4-4, 6-6, back down to 4, 6-6-6, 6-8, 10. So when he fought Jimmy First, that was a 10-round fight. Then he went back down to 6, up to 8, up to 10, back down to 6, up to 10. That's his whole career.
But he's got 10-round experience. So, well, he don't got no 12 round.
But he's only
But
got 3 fights at 10 rounds.
Diablo, he's in trouble.
Shakur.
I also say that Abel Mendoza could also fight Shakur. I don't know. He wants that fight,
Well,
but
I tell you guys what.
that dude has
Oh, sorry.
43-0 and fought no one too. So it's like not
Right.
good either way.
Well, I tell you what. If this Josh Patty kid gets this opportunity to fight Shakur, no matter what you say about his record or who he fought, None of that would actually matter if he can make a good impression of himself on this night. You know what I'm saying? If he does something spectacular, like give Shakur more than he can handle and ends up losing, or he's up dropped Shakur and Shakur gets up and wins the fight or whatever, or even pulling off one of the biggest stunning upsets, probably possibly of the year. Okay, because that's what we're talking about here. A hereditary unknown fighter
So,
come
so
up to fight.
Edwin, you
Yeah,
ready for this? So, going based on what Secret just said, go off his last fight. That's all that counts. So, if we
right.
go to his last fight, who was Mark Chamberlain, at the time that they fought, he was 16-0. This guy, Padley, won by UD. If you
Okay.
go to Mark Chamberlain's current record, it's pretty good. It's 16 wins, 12 knockouts with one loss.
Wow.
But
Okay.
if you go and you look at his competition,
Competition. Yeah.
it's it's a lot better than what Padley has, but
Mm,
it's still, it's still questionable.
yeah. I mean, Padley only is at 15. He only had 15 fights, so he's fairly new. He's fairly new. So I'm not gonna hold him. He's not like a fighter that got 30 plus fights and ain't fought nobody. He got 15 fights. It's a pretty,
Man, what
fresh start to your career there. Um, but like I said, uh, shit, talk about an opportunity where you can raise your stock, or maybe get some eyes, and a lot of fight fans to see you. This kind of exposure on this kind of world stage. I mean, he can really win over some fans. So taking an
you
opportunity on such a big card because because of Shakur Stevenson's name, you're gonna be placed in the main event card. You're at least gonna be in that slot. You're not coming on a fight card. I'm trying to save a prelim fight. The kind of exposure you're gonna get with him. So, I'm not sure. I'm not calling it right now. I don't know if Josh Padley's going to be his next. That was one of the names that was being hinted around, but it wasn't the only name. It wasn't the only name. Okay. There are a few more names, few more guys, but
The question is who's gonna be ready in such short notice. That's the key thing. You
that's
know
uh,
what
the
I mean?
$1 million question. That's the $1 million question.
they
Who can pass and make weight on fight night?
they say
Well,
it
and not only make weight, but for a high caliber, fight like this, or let me rephrase that, not a high caliber, but
Yeah.
for the spotlight like that, it's Riyadh season. It's a stack card.
Yeah.
A
This
replacement
is as
has,
big as it gets in boxing.
dude. It'll be sweet if De Los Santos is ready and they give him the rematch. That would be fire.
that would be
Huh?
fire. That would be fire.
That would be fire.
You
That
think it
would have
would be
been
a
like
different fight?
Huh?
it got
You
to be a
think it
different
would be
fight.
a different fight?
Absolutely. It
It
has to
got to
be a
be
different
different.
fight.
Has to be.
It has to be. Yo, Shakur even said it. He's gotten so much backlash for his performance in the De Los Santos fight. He's gonna have to fight in the pocket. He's gonna have to. But dude, that shit right there will be fire.
I've been hearing that Abel Mendoza wants that Shakur fight, but if you look at his box rec, man, I don't know. That's some dirty work right there. He like 43-0 and hasn't really fought no one.
He says, Secret Dances says right here, from what, I'm going to respect what he knows too. Because I always tell you guys to share what you guys know with me. He's saying right here, I'd even say that Padley is better than Kid Austin, who I don't even rate at all. And
That's it.
then he goes on to say that Padley, right? Padley is a gym rat. And when that phrase gym rat means that these are the guys that you don't have to call him in on his day off. He's coming in. You know what I'm saying? And those kind of guys are always in shape. So I do want to see a competitive fight for the most part. Secret Dancer, if you stand on this, you're saying you know this individual in this boxer personally, that you believe that he's ready.
Yeah,
I'd rather a guy that's ready than a name right now.
Bang Bang right. He said, you know what would break the internet? If Tank stands up and says, I'm on my way to Saudi Arabia to
Get the fuck
unify and
out of
whoop
here.
Shakur ass.
That'll crack the internet.
That
But
shit
you
right
know he
there.
can't. But you know he can't do that because he got Lamont Roach in March, which is just right. Come on, so he can't
and we
do that.
yeah, and we being honest, ain't like Floyd Schofield had like a great record anyways. Like
No, man. That's why I'm saying like there's all these conspiracy theories with because scamming Floyd and them. Avoid. I just told you guys I don't buy it. Like
But
ain't nobody
I'll be
scared of
honest
your
with you.
son.
I'll be honest with you. I do. If Secret Dance move is right about Padley being a gym rat and he's ranked better than Kid Austin, I don't know. We might be in for something. I gotta do some film study on him to make an assessment. But I mean, there's fighters all over the world that we don't know about, and there's people that follow other countries and shit like that. So he might be onto something. I don't know. You know what I mean?
my take about all this is like right now we're in a lose-lose situation in the sense like how Tank's last interview, he's basically saying all these fighters in his weight class have not proven nothing. And
Right.
and if Shakur fights his Padley, you think Tank is gonna look at that as like you prove something? No, he's gonna still say what he wants to say. He's still gonna say his his attitude is not gonna change. And me personally, as long as the main event it still stands as it is, I was really not getting excited with the Shakur Floyd Schofield fight.
Right.
Yeah, I would like to see Shakur back in the ring, but he has to he has to change it up. He has to show the fans more stuff in his arsenal instead of doing uh that De Los Santos performance.
I think the De Los Santos and Shakur Stevenson running back would be a fun fight. I'm not sure if De Los Santos was in the gym or anything or has anything prepared or anything like that. That was a funny and then just the mention of Tank's name that quickly fucking just drew my blood. But when you think about the situations, I know that that wasn't going to be a possibility because of the circumstances that
You
Tank
know,
he's got a fight schedule, so yeah, go ahead.
man, it's like right now the 135 division is like it's not a lot of names in this division,
No. You know what the
Right.
and
problem with
it's
35 is,
like
Carlos? The
I'm
problem
saying,
with 35, there's a lot of heavy hitters in 35. The problem is
yeah.
they don't want to fight each other.
Right, like me, I was like, if I had to pick a replacement, man, I would be like, man, Raymond Murataya, Willis Cepeda got to fight. Why he fighting Tevin Farmer again? That's a waste of time, in my opinion. Shit like that. It's like, dude, it's like these guys are not fighting with each other, man. That's the problem with this division.
Yeah, you guys see about that Tervin Farmer situation again? He's gonna run it back.
Yeah, with Cameron, but that they're gonna fight in Mexico.
Okay, do you guys think that that is a fight that Cepeda should have been taking or
No,
fighting again rather than fighting for a fucking world title?
no, he should fight for a title, but
It
I
should
don't
be
And
in
he
think
the
like number
title.
one rank.
I don't think he feels he's ready.
Yeah, he probably
When
not
is he
ready.
gonna be ready? He was already at the top at all number one rankings, and now he lost all his number one spots.
Bro,
Which
that'll be
speaks to
sweet.
the fact that if you lose your number one spot, it's because you didn't want to fight the champion and they offered you the fight. Let's just be honest. That's the only reason why they're going to take your number one ranking away. And they can't just take away your number one ranking if you could say, yo, you never offered me the fight. But
That'll be
Keyshawn
that
jumped right
that'll be a
over
good
him. Go
that'll be a
ahead.
good replacement, Edwin. Now that I think about it, the Cameron, if Cameron can, I don't know when
Ooh,
he's
man.
scheduled to fight Farmer,
I think in March, if I'm not mistaken.
or it is in March.
William
So yeah,
fucking
so he's
Cepeda,
he's
bro.
committed.
Hops in that ring with Shakur right now.
Cameron with Shakur, De Los Santos with Shakur. Those are
Yeah, but
fights that the fans want to see.
yeah.
Don't
But
nobody want to see no damn Padley, whatever the fuck his name is.
mm,
I'd rather watch Murataya with Shakur. I'd rather watch
Him too.
I'd rather watch somebody that's ready.
Yeah.
Not somebody that's with a name, like I said, that's coming in there for a payday and lasts 3 or 4 rounds, and you can see in the second round he's fucking gassed out. I want to see somebody actually try to beat Shakur. And if this Padley kid's a gym rat or whatever, and he's in shape, and he comes out there even on a loss, but makes it an interesting fight and holds him accountable for himself, then
And
okay. But if we're
not to
sitting
change,
at home watching a fight saying this is a one-sided event, this guy definitely took a payday for fucking. How many days are we out from the fight? What's today? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Come on, man. I don't know if we can get us a payday for that. You know,
Now we can't, because if he's scheduled to fight in March with the rematch with Farmer, it's too close for, you know what I'm saying? But
not to
like I
Mortaia,
said,
that's a good fight.
and like I said, in most contracts, that's official. If you pull out if you try to steal my fighter in my event, and you break down 100% of what you make there comes to me by law. That's why fighters can't get pulled out. That's why I knew when like that fight with Sam Goodman and Ilya Inoue, when he pulled out, I knew that they couldn't get like certain fighters because they were either tied into some fights, and MJ and David Allen Picasso had just fought like 20 something days before his fight. They
So
just had
what
fought.
other Edwin? What other rules as far as fighting? Like if you fight today, when's the next time that you can fight according to the commissions?
Okay, I'm glad you asked that. Okay, and you just kind of said it, alluded to it. The whatever boxing commission you're in, like the New York Boxing Athletic Committee, that's hosting the event, whatever city or town you're in, that's the committee you work with. After the fight, the regular boxing committee that's put in place for boxers. Sometimes we're tough guys. We're too tough for ourselves, and sometimes some of us can't deny the money. So to protect you from yourself, they issue out what they feel how much damage you received. For instance, Terrence Crawford put beat the brakes out of Errol Spence Jr. And I mean, that man literally did not look the same. He was like this. And the Boxing Athletic Committee felt and deemed 2 months suspension was enough for him
EJ,
and to come back. Now,
EJ, or Terrence?
for instance, Ryan Garcia fought Tank Davis. Tank Davis knocked him out with a body shot. They suspended Ryan Garcia for 6 months. He took a body shot. They said 6 months. He took a massive ass whooping. They said 2 months.
So it's different based on the committee.
I haven't figured it out. I can't. Where do they feel? Because I thought it would have been the other way around.
how many months?
Apparently, Ryan Garcia's X-rays for his rib injury, I guess it might have been a broken rib. They said, nope, broken ribs don't heal that fast. Sorry, son, 6 months.
How
They
many
said
months
that
was the Fudora and Tipzu?
124 days, 4
Okay.
months. They gave him 124 days. So it's look, these guys get different. It's them. They can pass you. Let's say you go out there, right? And you do what Homeboy did to Homeboy in 59 seconds. You took no damage. They'll clear you in 30 days.
So he could fight again. Juanita could fight again in 30 days.
Yeah, depending if they feel. Yeah, because Juanita took no punches from the kid. Absolutely none. He hit him, boop. He's going to get cleared fast. Real fast. Yeah, Juanita can probably be in the gym in another 30 days. Yes, that's when you see that. When you saw Mike Tyson hopping in the ring, knocking people out, and you saw him fight 28 days later, it's because they felt like he took no damage because he didn't. He took more damage in one round sparring than he did, you know, like, so they'll clear you. And it's, like I said, it's all up to them. It's really all up to them. So I don't have a proper measuring stick of what they deem. It seems to fluctuate, and but they know more than us. Naoya Inoue got his fucking orbital bone cracked and a broken nose in the fight. You know, they gave him 3 months. I was like, shit. So I don't know. I don't know why, what injuries or who's doing what, but yeah, he didn't fight you
Di-
within the year though, but still.
Not to change the topic. Did y'all see that photo of Andy Cruz holding Keyshawn Davis, congratulating him for winning that world title?
Eh,
It seems like it's getting something's cooking up so they can be in the future fight.
you want me to share my honest assessment on that? I'm gonna say two things. Stay with me, guys. I'm gonna say two things, two different versions. I'm gonna speak my mind on it too. I think that Keyshawn Davis is acting like a little bitch, right? In the sense that of competition, when Cruz already beat you 4 times, he's trying to stay close to you because eventually he wants to fight you. But Keyshawn Davis, at the same time, you know, he wants to keep his image. So I get it. That's why I'm saying both sides. Because a part of me feels like, you know, when Cruz fought, he got out the ring, he gave him dabs. He did give him the dab. Shakur gave him the look like, nah, don't give him no dab type shit, right? But that's somebody that's in your rearview mirror that you got history with. Andy Cruz is being moved up the ranking system like a fucking, he's already up there in 3, 4 spots already with
Yeah,
that
yeah.
many fights. So when you thought that he would have been way out from Keyshawn, it doesn't seem like the boxing world is, they're like, yep, we like what we're seeing. They're moving them fast. So any day now, with one more fight, Andy Cruz is gonna be knocking on Keyshawn Davis's door. Now let's see if he accepts the fight. Let's see if that talk that no, you can't beat me in the pro shit is real. I think it's real. Let prove it. Prove it that amateur boxing was exactly what it was. Amateur boxing. Fact that he beat him 4 fucking times, damn, that's a
Well,
lot of amateur losses.
that goes the same to say with the Devin Haney and the Ryan and the amateurs. They were 3-3,
Yeah,
and
I
then
yeah,
in
yeah.
pro, Ryan ended up whooping Devin's ass.
whooping
So
his ass. So yeah. So I think that
I think
Keyshawn.
on a pro level, I think Keyshawn beats Andy.
I've always said that. I always thought he would. I
I
always
think
think
Keyshawn's power translate better than Andy's power in the pro levels. That's
I
what
think
I've
his
been
fighting
seeing.
style as a pro and in general, he flows a little bit. Andy's a little bit. You can see
Even though
tight.
style makes fight though.
Yeah, yeah. But
The
Andy's
last
good though. Andy's
Andy's
good.
good. That
Andy's
last fight
fucking
that
good.
Andy fought, that guy knocked out Chris Colbert. Yeah, it's Chris Colbert, but what I'm saying, he was a tough Mexican and he was just boxing him, you know what I mean? And this dude that yeah, he was a champion. We gotta give him credit that Keyshawn stopped. But he's 36, you know what I mean?
Right,
I don't
man. I
know.
tell you what. Right. Look, sometimes I try to look for like measuring sticks to measure some of these fighters. Right. For instance, right, when I try to measure Keyshawn Davis, whether or not he's ready for Tank Davis, and they do have common opponent. They both fought Jose Pedraza. Keyshawn Davis fought Jose Pedraza, and Tank Davis fought Jose Pedraza. Now I know it was in different times, but if anybody fought the better version of Jose Pedraza, it was Tank Davis. And I saw what Tank did to that man. I saw the trouble that Keyshawn Davis was having, the pressure that Pedraza was applying to him, the awkwardness, his little jittery movements. You know how Pedraza does. He was old during that fight, but he did give Keyshawn Davis, a good, he did push the action to him and everything. So that's how I use my measuring stick. I like try to base if this guy's ready for him. When we're talking about Andy Cruz and Keyshawn, like if we break down Andy Cruz's competition, what tells you about all the guys he fought, he's ready for Keyshawn. You know what I mean? On that type shit. Like, and then you look at Keyshawn's competition and you're like, bro, you really haven't fought that many people neither. But slightly, I would say, I don't know. I guess that's opinion based, but there's no names that really jump out of the page for either fighter. So I would like to see the fight because whenever you got history and a guy beat you 4 times, we gotta settle this. We gotta settle this one. So it makes for a good fight. But do you guys really think that somebody sabotaged the Schofields and somebody wanted him or
Nah,
gave, you know what I'm saying,
Nah,
or
nah.
ripped his passport out like they claim? And what was it that the cops came into the house and put out guns on him? What they do? The father, you guys seen that interview?
no.
He was talking about some shit. I forgot. I think it was with the story with the cut tires or some shit. So they said they sent a raid to his house. I don't know. It was just a whole bunch of shit. And
Salute to E Dub, keeps the boxing news. He just subscribed to you, Ronwood. Gotta show you Puerto Rican love. I talk boxing
thank you,
too. E
brother.
Dub keeps the news. Shout out to you.
Thank you, brother. What's Super Dancer saying down here?
Triangle theories are not worth nothing in
Yeah, he
boxing.
went from silent dance to secret dance to super dance.
Yeah, it's secret dance. Okay. Okay, my eyes are back. Anyway, listen. Triangle
Hey,
theories,
he
they
mentioned the
don't work
name.
all the time.
He
But
mentioned the
I try
name.
to get a measuring stick. I try to see like, what the fuck, like what can we base these guys off of, and like I don't know. I don't know if the Andy Cruz's style, would actually be Keyshawn. I think they know each other pretty well, but
It'll
I
be a
don't know.
good
I think
fight if it
Keyshawn got a better,
ever happens.
huh?
It'll be a good fight if it ever happens. So,
If it ever, it's good. This fucking Andy Cruz is moving up the ladder right now. He just moved up one ranking while we were talking.
but when we being honest, if we being
They're
honest, like
moving him
Andy
fast.
Cruz, Andy Cruz 5 fights is better than Keyshawn's 5 fights. When they both started.
Yeah, but Andy Cruz, he's got that Cuban style of fighting. So he if you look at Andy Cruz, he looks like he fights like he's still in the amateurs.
He does.
You know what I'm saying? Where
He
where
does. His
Keyshawn
guard is
adapted to
so
pro.
amateurish.
Yeah, he ain't got no pop. He ain't got nothing. Like he's more technique than anything. Keyshawn
Nah, he's
adapted
real.
to
He's a
pro.
lot of technique. Good footwork. Good movement. But I want to see how he handles under pressure and someone else throwing combinations back at him. He's been in that situation. I'm not going to say that hasn't happened already, but at a higher level is what I mean. He's exchanged with guys. Yes, he's been hit in some fights. Yes, Andy Cruz. He's fought some good fight guys. But when the competition gets stronger and you start fighting the top guys, I just want to see what he fares like and what he looks like against the top guys. You're looking good here against these guys, this level. I get it. I get it. Let's just see how he looks at the top. You know what I mean? So, but I'm interested to see who they're gonna get in this last minute replacement for Shakur. And do you guys think that it really affects this card in any way?
No,
Nah.
it don't affect the card, but it affects the hype because there's a lot of fans that wanted to see the Shakur and Schofield
Yes.
fight because
I
of all the trash talk.
yes. I think it affects more on Shakur. Uh, it affects Shakur trying to make a like a
Statement.
not a name, a statement. Yeah, thank you. A statement in that division 135 because the the hardcore tank fans are gonna say, see, Shakur just is gonna fight Padley. Who is Padley? That's the excuse they're gonna say.
No, then they're gonna
So
say that Shakur cherry picked him.
you know, and also Saludo, Edub. No, I don't got a shadow. I'm still young, trying to figure it out. Who knows? Maybe down the line, in the future.
Yeah.
That's what
Yo,
I
but
apply to
I,
that.
I, go ahead, Carlos. Finish your thought. Finish your thought. What you were
No,
saying?
like honestly, it doesn't affect the fight card. I still think that this fight card is awesome. We got the Boasi, Carlos Smith. We got the Caballal versus Big Zhang. Of course, Bivol better be if the Shakur was good to see because who doesn't want to see the WBC world champion in 135 pounds
Hey,
fight?
hey, so E-Dub just mentioned the name that Secret had mentioned, and I looked him up, and it looks like a much better fight than Josh Padley, which is the Musa Golan. He's
That
got
was
a
the
Who's
first name. That was the first name that was brought up, and I couldn't pronounce his name. That's
Buasa
the guy
Gola?
right
Who's
there.
that?
pues a machete, se machete el nombre, que se joda. Musa Golan.
I can't
Golan.
say his name, man. I can't pronounce that shit.
That's a
Well,
That's
that's
the
a
first guy they mentioned.
that hey man, that's a Prince of Persia type shit.
Yeah, I can't say that shit.
yo, so
But that was the
he
first guy they mentioned.
he's 22 wins, 13 knockouts, one loss.
13 was wait,
No,
Yeah.
22 wins
22
with
is
with 13 knockouts, one
and one loss.
loss.
And that loss is a decision or by knockout.
Split decision.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not
It's
bad
not
for him.
bad. It's not bad.
And
And they, you
he's
guys got to get
been
somebody that's ready too.
vamos a ver.
But Secret Dance Move says that Padley's better than Busan Galiab, boy.
A
The
machete.
dancer ain't getting off Padley. He love his UK guy. He said, nah, he ain't better than Padley. Nah.
Don't go off
We
boxer.
got a debate. Hey, yo,
Boxer
why
don't
don't
know
we ask
shit.
Secret Dancer and Homeboy to come up here then? Yeah.
I can't really say much about these fighters because I've never seen them fight before. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
wonder
Secret Dance move.
what style because
We don't
we gotta
know
be
any
honest.
much about Padley.
Shakur's
I'm sorry,
style is
brother.
gonna be difficult
But
for any
we're
fighter.
trusting in, yeah, we're just
So
trusting in your boxing, your insight, but we're being honest with you. The panel, including myself, we know very little of him. But if he was to lock down the fight, let's see what your boy does. But according to you, you're speaking highly of him. So now we're not, and none of us are saying that he's getting the fight. These are
wait,
all just names. We're spinning of possibilities.
who
You
was
know,
that one? Who
yeah, go
was
ahead.
that one fighter that Shakur was scheduled to fight, but it fell off and that he was gonna fight with Floyd Schofield? That 130 UK fighter that got knocked out 130. He was trying to move up to 135 to fight Shakur.
Oh,
Forgot
I,
his name.
I got a question for Secret Dancer. I think he told me to look up a boxer of Jadiel Herrera, Cuban fighter. I think he's at 30 or 35. He wanted him to fight Abdullah Mason. I looked him up.
Oh,
I looked him up. He doesn't have a box rack, but he's got some fights on YouTube that he looks pretty good. He's got pop. He's got style, southpaw, but he doesn't have a box rack. Joe Cordina.
Oh, Joel Cordina. Yep, that's the one. Thank you.
Yeah, Jadiel Herrera. That's who he told
Thank
me to look up. I looked him up.
thank you, Secret Dance Move, for
Ah,
reminding
pues
me
sí
that.
que dance move. Vamos a ponerlo con Shakur a ver si pela.
I'm watching Josh Padley right now. His it says Josh Padley 14-0 highlights knockouts. and I'm watching him.
Highlight knockouts. That's gonna be
Yeah,
a short video. He only got 4 knockouts.
it says here. It says 14-0, and he's already stopped 3 people in the beginning of the video. So, are you guys sure we're looking up the same guy here?
How he looking at him? How he looking?
The guy that I'm looking like looks like a fucking like Liam Paro.
Un pelabicho.
He fights just like Liam Paro. He's got a better like sidestep, like, and he goes backwards pretty good. His little 1-2 and that little sneaky, he's got a little sneaky body shot downstairs. But the guy he's fighting hasn't thrown one punch yet.
Is he a southpaw or orthodox?
He's a right-handed fighter.
Boy, being secret, he don't have a back check. I just looked him up.
He's got a huge tattoo on his back. His whole back is covered.
He's
He
an unknown
moved pretty
fighter.
good, bro. But this guy that he's fighting is, like I said, he's not. Yeah, he only got 4 knockouts.
At the end of the day, Shakur should watch any replacement fighter that comes up.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even like overthink it, honestly, at this point. I only care about the main fights. I only care about like the Virgil Ortiz, the Madrigal, the Beterbiev and Bivol, the Dubois, and Joseph Parker.
He can box. This Josh Patty kid, he can box. He's what you considered a tough guy. Whether or not his level of skills is that of a Shakur Stevenson, where he's real stingy with his defense. He doesn't let guys hit him. He's real elusive. That I would have to see. If you were putting him in the ring with anybody else but Shakur Stevenson, I would say at least I think he would have a bigger shot, but I'm on more on the line with Carlos. At this point, I don't feel like whoever you put in the ring with him ain't gonna have enough to beat Shakur.
What
Not
is
on
who is the committee that says that gives the okays for the Riyadh fighters in Saudi Arabia?
It's the British Boxing Committee.
right.
They handle all Riyadh.
I guess Bang Bang Boogie says sounds like the British Boxing Committee cancels the fight, not Schofield. So that's why I asked that question.
Well, I guess I'm learning another thing in boxing today. I gotta really look down this UK British rules because I've never heard anything like this. They check your weight 4 days, 5 days from the fight, and then determine that we feel like you can't cut it in a healthy way that it would affect you. I heard he had a stomach bug virus from Arowana that he has a huge network. He was interviewing a UK coach and a reporter. I think he used to be a coach, a small coach. He turned into a reporter. He does all the UK promotion. And then the story broke on his show, and Arowana reported that they said that he had caught some kind of stomach infection first. Then they were alerted to the health risk of him being ill and trying to cut and make weight. Then they deemed it not to be safe due to the fact that he had the stomach thing going on, and they were alerted, then called in. They said if you try to make weight coming off of flu-like symptoms, you're gonna be weak, then cut weight. This is not healthy. We're canceling the fight.
Yeah, so
That's how I heard it went down.
True Rust disease. That's what he got. The True Rust.
Tá cagado. Tá cagado. Hey, if we being honest, man, the Shakur fight was gonna be the halftime break for this whole fight card. If we being honest.
Yeah. No, I was curious because of all the shit talking, Shakur Stevenson bringing in Sean Porter type shit, because he favored him. And I thought it was a good move, and I thought that the young kid Shakur was saying to the world that they don't care about the O, that they want to fight the best and the best. And you kind of hear his dad's bullshit. And you kind of say, well, then maybe this kid really wants this. Maybe this kid is like trying to show the boxing world that this O shit, it's not about the O, it's about your opponent. So I was like, maybe they're on some gladiator shit. But and then as we started getting closer, weeks and weeks and leading into the fight, and all these conspiracy theories started coming out, then the official announcement that he pulls out, I'm sitting there and I'm saying, wow, man, you are sought out. You and your son are being sought out. Like you guys, no one wants you to show up to they got to sabotage you because you stand to walk away with the WBC world title. Well, I'm just here to let you know there's not too many people in the world that thought you were going to do that just straight up. I don't know too many people in the world that had you guys favored in this fight. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying that you guys are being like targeted allegedly and have this thing that death threats or whatever. For what? You don't oppose a threat. You never did and you never have.
Well, Secret made a point, unless that snack suddenly gave Shakur knockout power. You know that shit undetected.
My man said, Charlo, yo, that snack shit is all funny. It's all a smokescreen, all lies. They don't even spell the name right. You know what I'm saying? He said that the names that you can't trust a company that don't spell the name right. That's not how you spell snack. I started crying when he said that. Charlo, like, a lot of fighters have said a lot of things about this snack stuff, man. And to the guys that are, wear the shirts. Okay, let's get a couple things clear though in boxing. Now, we'll talk about the elephant in the room. We'll get right there, but let me get there first. You guys do know what sponsorship is, right? Sponsorship is when somebody asks you to sponsor their brand and they ask you to put on their t-shirt. They're actually paying you to put them t-shirts on. Doesn't mean you're actually taking the product. It's just like you being on a television commercial with cereal and you don't eat that brand. You never have and you never will. Or that hamburger. It's just sponsorship. When I allow it to go on for a while on the shows and the platforms and everybody with a snap shirt got to be a cheater because I really don't got, the effort. But sometimes, I'm just going to get on and tell it like the truth, right? And the truth is Snack can pay anybody to sponsor them. Terrence Crawford can put on that shirt. Doesn't mean you're taking my product. You're advertising my product for other people to take it. And I'm not sure if any of these guys ever thought of that, right? But it happens every day. But now if I bring that up and I say that, it's just going to be one more guy out there to try to shoot that notion down. And we're going to go around in another circle. But I'm going to try it. I'm going to throw it out there. And, you never know which ones are on it and which ones are not, and which ones are on it that don't wear the shirt, that don't want any association but loves their product. Because their product is amazing, undetectable. And I think a lot of guys are on it more than the guys that are up front being paid to wear the shirts. You see what I'm saying? And I never had any definitive proof that no one that had one of those shirts on actually took their products. But I know we're going to talk about the elephant in the room. And that's, do I think if all the top guys, or if not all of them, are on something? And, I guess you can, I mean, I don't want to be stupid and go against what I've seen and know. But I don't want to say just because what I seen these two dudes doing that the entire boxing world must be doing what these guys are doing. So I believe these guys are on something. What they're on, I just don't know. But at the end of the day, a ped a steroid or a PE, it never made you to make the decision to throw the punch. You still got to know how to fight. It doesn't give you the ability to turn you into Mayweather. It might give you strength, cut weight, whatever you're using it for. But in actuality, it didn't make you put your combination together anymore. You might be able to sustain what you got together for a longer period of time. But if that guy was better than you, regardless, you can throw some more punches, you can last longer. You just stand to take a longer ass whooping. If he was better than you, he was just better than you. It really doesn't turn you into that superior fighter. It doesn't give you the kind of mentality to say, now I see better openings. Now, if you're taking some shit like that, which is like eye-to-eye coordination, all bets are off. That's what those motherfuckers take in Major League. And like
So
sharpshooters, eye-to-eye
Edwin,
coordination, that shit is deadly. You're going
Edwin,
to be taking punches that
There's
you would have
there's
never
a
took.
breaking news.
breaking news. Supposedly, Secret Dance Move says that his sources tell him that it might be Jadiel Herrera versus Shakur. That's what his sources tell him. Shout out to Crypto in the building.
Okay. Crypto, what's up? Um, okay.
It,
Frontline,
how good is Jadiel Herrera?
look him up.
So he doesn't have a box rec. That's what I'm
He
trying to tell
doesn't?
you. No, but I did see a
Thought I
couple
was
of his
spelling his
fights on
name wrong.
YouTube. Jadiel Herrera.
Well, round one, I disagree. I
It says
disagree
no
with you.
people found.
Okay.
Or no people for okay. I disagree with you about the steroids thing because Captain America couldn't handle the Red Hulk. Odiando.
Yo, that was the Red Hulk, though, man. Come on. He
Shit,
was
bro.
on something. He was on something. Captain
That was
America was on the
bullshit.
super serum, but the Red Hulk had the super serum. You know
No,
what
he
I mean?
didn't have no serum. He even said it. Then I should have took that serum. No, he didn't have shit.
He didn't have shit.
He only had the wings.
That's it.
Edwin,
Yo,
Edwin,
but
Edwin, Edwin.
yeah.
Do me a favor. Pull up on Box Rack Jadiel Herrera and put it on the screen so it can show you that he doesn't have a box rack. Secret Dance Move keeps saying that he does have a box rack. He don't.
Okay. Could you spell his name?
Jadiel.
Wait. J-A. Yep. Yep.
I mean ER. Sorry.
Oh, E-R. E-R.
Yeah. Hold
E-R.
on. I
Yep.
think I fucked up. I think I spelled it with a. Yeah.
Oh, I got him right here. He's got a box wreck. He's a Cuban
Okay.
fighter, Colombian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cuban.
he's got
Okay.
braids,
No.
and he's
I
got
apologize.
yellow hair and part pink
Yep.
hair. It's
My
braided.
apologies. I was spelling Jadiel for the Puerto Rican way with an L at the end.
Oh,
That's my
Oh,
bad.
okay.
he's 16
My
and
apologies.
14. He's 16 fights, 14 knockouts, no losses. He looks tough. He has 16 bouts. He has 60 professional rounds. He has an 87% knockout ratio. 22 years old, southpaw.
That'll be an
Sounds
explosive
dangerous.
fight. That'll
Is it, say his
Secret. You're
record
right.
again.
My bad. I was spelling it with an L at the end instead of a R.
Well, we have a problem because he already has a scheduled fight right now against Jose.
Jose
And,
who?
Jose, wait. My thing is buffering. Hold on. Jose Enrique
Enrique.
Enriquez.
Enrique.
Jose
Enrique.
Yeah.
Enrique.
Yeah, he has a fight with him scheduled. So how the fuck are they gonna pull that fight out? And it happens to be in the UK. His fight is scheduled in the UK. That Herrera guy.
When is it scheduled for? Does it say here?
It says for 315 2025.
Can you show
March
on the
15th.
screen of his box
Oh
rec?
yeah, I'll put it on screen right now. Hold on, let me wait. I got you guys. Let me do that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Wrong screen share. Hold on. Let me just switch it. I
Secret
will
Dance
replace it.
Move says his grandson is one of the greatest Cuban amateurs of all time.
Okay. Here it look. Wait. Look, guys. That's him. See him?
Yep.
That's him.
See,
Uh
that's different right there.
right? Now
Now I
look,
seen
Yeah,
a couple of his fights on YouTube, and he looks promising.
22 years old, right? He has
how tall is he?
87% knockout ratio, 16 and 14, 14 knockouts, 60 bouts. And but look, he has a fight scheduled. Look,
Yeah, but
3/15, 2025. That's
if
March
you click
15th
click on the event, click on the event tab,
on
it's
the
gonna
event
say
tag.
subject to change or something like that. Scheduled about subject to change.
Yeah, it says it right
So
there. Subject. Yeah.
It won't
it's
let
not
me
it's
click
not
on that.
locked in.
It won't let me click on that.
No, to the right, Bubby. To the right. It's gonna say event. You click on it, it'll drop down. It'll give you the whole fight card.
Nick Ball versus TJ Doheny fight card. He's right here. He's number 3. He's right here. He's ranked number 17 in the world. He was fighting against ranked number 65. It's right there. See it?
Yo, you know what? That'll be if because Secret says that Frank Warren is his promoter, and since it's a UK fight, he said Frank Warren could make the change easily. If he
Okay.
makes that change to the Shakur fight, mm, now we talking about something interesting.
Yeah.
Has Shakur fought a Cuban style yet?
At 130, I want to say he might have.
He fought a Brazilian. He fought a Mexican. I haven't remember if he fought a Cuban yet. Cuban style. He
Okay.
fought a Japanese. He definitely fought a Rican.
So those are the names. These are the names that potential candidates for Shakur Stevenson. Hmm. What do you guys think?
I like the fight.
You like it?
What about you, Frontline? You like the fight or no?
Bro,
You
I
like
didn't
the
hear
fight?
nothing. I got dropped off and I just got back in. Say that again.
You
Do you
prefer
like?
this Herrera fight?
Yo, that should be fire. Because like I said, I seen a couple of his reels, a couple of his fights on YouTube, and he's almost like a De Los Santos. Like he's very explosive. He's a come forward fighter.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have that Cuban style fighting. He has more of that aggression, like the Mexican style. So it'll definitely be an interesting fight.
Yeah, like
Right.
these fighters are in their prime years of their career. They gotta fight. They gotta fight like you know strong fighters. Like
Yeah.
fighters that is gonna push them. You know what I mean?
So here's the question though, $1 million question.
But
Let's hypothetically say that Frank Warren, his promoter, talks to Turkey and makes the fight happen, right? The question is, will Shakur accept the fight?
that's true.
That's
You
true.
get what
Yeah.
I'm
He has to
saying?
make a decision. If the belt's on the line, right? The
Because
belt's
he
going to
can
be on the
easily say,
line.
I'm not prepared to fight this fighter. You know what I'm saying? I was training for Schofield.
Yeah, but when you hear an excuse like that,
It's a
I I I I, I go to right back to the wait a
next time I
minute.
see you, right?
Right. It goes right to that because you know why? You know why, Frontline? Hear me out. Check it out. Brother, you got as much as experience on me than I do on you. Neither of us were training for each other.
Right.
We're both at a disadvantage. I didn't prepare for you and you didn't prepare for me. So if you're gonna say I was training for this guy and I was training for that guy, I'm ready. I'm in shape. You're in shape. We got 3 days notice. We're exactly even. That's basically saying the next time I see you,
I'm gonna
I'm
fuck you
fuck
up.
you. Right. Because your excuse is
Wait,
not.
wait, wait. What did Tro said? What Tro said? He said not now because it's inconvenient. That's what he
It's
said.
not now because
Oh shit.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So you can't use that logic and say, "Nah, I don't want to take this fight because I didn't get enough time to prepare for him." Well, he didn't get no time to prepare for you. You know, and that's all I'm saying. Like, you guys were both training for a different fight, and this is your situation. If you want to take the fight or not, do you want to stand to stay on the money and all the millions of dollars that are on the table, or are you going to walk away? You know, are you going
We
to put
gotta
the belt on the line? Show us how much of a dominant champion you really are.
we
I'm
gotta see
tired
how
of
this
these
shit plays
guys.
out though.
I'm tired of these guys banging on their chest talking about I'm bad, I'm this, I'm a king, I'm that, I'm the best champion, but you're not doing championship shit. As a matter of fact, if we were being honest, I want to hear from you guys right now. Who's the best 130 pounder in the division? Who?
35.
Yeah. Who?
At 35,
Yes. Who's the best one? I'm
I think
gonna
it's
make it
a,
easy for you guys. I'm gonna make it easy for you
are you
guys.
talking about the four belts?
Yes.
it's kind of opinionated at this point.
Yeah, it's
That's exactly right. Okay? Because ain't none of you better than the other because neither of you have more. How could you be better than me, right? If I got a belt, you got a belt, he got a belt, and he got a belt. It's not like if I got 2 belts, now I have more than you. I'm
right.
definitely the best out of us. But it's opinionated when we all have equal amounts. Now we're judging off who you fought or how many fights you got to determine who's the best.
Well,
Because there is no definitive king.
so we already know that Keyshawn's not fighting Shakur, right?
Yep.
So who's left? Loma and Tank.
Loma question mark because he's contemplating with retirement.
Okay, so then that title will become vacant.
And Tank's complimenting retirement.
Oh my God, that's true.
The both of them. This division's getting fucked up. Listen, just like another obvious situation.
Is
I don't want to
135 the worst division in boxing?
I don't know. I don't know. Let's talk about it. Check it out. Check it out, right? I don't want to turn the topic because I was the one that led us down to 35, right? So, because I'm going to bring it right up to 54 now. Here's a scenario that's right in front of our eyes, taking place as we speak. Terrence Crawford has the 154-pound WBA championship and the WBO interim. And I feel you should strip him from those belts right now. Why? He's already made it obvious he's not fighting at 154. He's going to go try to chase Saul. He already weighed on the scale, made it public, 180 something. We know what he's going to try to do. So here goes another case of Terrence Crawford holding up these belts like he did at 147. The IBS finally stripped them because they woke up and they gave it to Jerron Boots Ennis. But I was right the entire time. I told you guys, if you've been on my show with me following, he was never going to defend those 147-pound titles. And here he goes. These men at 154 would like the opportunity for fight for a belt when the fighter themselves are telling you, I am not going to defend your title. I have no intentions on defending any of these belts here. I'm going that way. These fighters should relinquish these belts and allow these other fighters to achieve their dreams. And I see this time and time again happen in boxing. But when the organization finally stands their ground and strips the fighter, the fans, they go crazy. Oh, why'd you do that? What? This is what you're asking us to do. Clean up the sport. Don't let these guys hold these belts hostage. And these are situations in boxing like, I there's a lot of things. And what is this fucking thing with Keyshawn and Shakur blatantly saying we're not gonna fight each other, both being champions in the same weight division? Like it just
Yeah, it don't make sense.
and
What's the point of
sometimes
having a
sometimes these
title? They're not going to
organizations
defend
gotta
it
you
or
gotta
unify
listen
it.
to the fighter, bro. You know, Terrence, would you say you're not gonna defend our belt? So let me get that shit. If you decide to come down, we'll acknowledge you as the number one. It's the best we could do. But to hold up that belt we all know Terrence fights once a year. That's 1 year with that WBA and 154 and the WBO interim that no one's gonna have an opportunity to fight for.
It, my question to you is, what the hell is a champion in recess?
A champion is
That's
recess
Devin
is a
Haney.
nice way to saying they're about to take your belt.
Because Charlo is the champion in recess for the same WBA title that Crawford has at 154.
And which I asked, I want to know this answer. Does that award Terrence Crawford full championship status if there's someone that has a claim to your very belt? How could you have complete championship status if someone's in recess to the very belt you own? There could be no ties in order for you to be declared full championship honors. How could you convince me you have full championship claim to that belt, but in the same breath say, but he's the champion of recess to your belt? How does that make your belt legit? So how is those Hall of Fame gonna grade that? Are they actually gonna award him championship status, or is the Hall of Fame gonna say, in actuality, Terrence Crawford, we can't count this belt because you didn't have full 100% claim to the belt?
I don't know. I think these sanctioning bodies should get a lot stricter. If a fighter that's, let's just say, undisputed, right, is moving up in weight, they should automatically be stripped. That way, it gives the hungry fighters in that division the opportunity to go for a title. You know what I'm saying? Or make
See,
them all vacant. Not just give them to anybody. Make them all
right.
vacant and let them fight for it.
Or make a rule. Make a rule, right? Check it out. Say you don't get all four, you just get three or something, or two. And you got some belts and you want to go up to the next weight division. Put a rule in place that, see, some fighters say, just like the Flash, he went up, he lost, he comes back down, he's still the champ. Well, okay, let me use a better example. Hector Luis Garcia was the champion at 130. He moved up to 135, fight Tank. He
Yeah.
lost against Tank. He went back down, but he was still the champion at 130.
And
So his
lost against
status at
Lamar Rose.
130, was never, because he was still the champion. Okay, so I see what Frontline's saying. So what I'm saying is, let's put a rule in that if you jump from 130 to 135, you have officially vacated your belt. But if you decide to come back, you automatically award the number one in the mandatory
Yep.
for vacating the belt and giving other people and now holding up the division. So if you decide to come back, your first fight right away would be for the old belts you just vacated. A rule like that.
That's more than fair too.
And
You
would
know what
that
I'm
make
saying?
them? Would that make them, depending who is the fighter? Would that make them a two-time champion if they win it back, that title?
It would only make him a two-time champion in the sense of the sentence, but you can only get credit one time in the division. You can't keep leaving the division and coming back to the same division and saying I'm a 3-division world champion because you haven't gone anywhere.
No, not
So
three division, but like two-time world champion
in that division, yes, you'll
in
get
that
credit
division.
for it.
Like with Regis Progress
Acknowledgement.
is, yeah,
Yes,
acknowledge
you'll
it.
get acknowledged. Yes, 100%. There's
Hey, so
been many
secret
champions that have done that. Yes.
secret dance move just said that Ariel Helwani just announced it's either Jadiel Herrera or Josh Padley, and his source is Turkey, by the way, and he just talked to him.
Okay, check it out. Aaron Hawaiian is where I got my source from.
with the
So I'm
stomach
already,
virus.
I'm already on this show going off of what he already said. So the interview that you're watching, that I told you to watch, that he was interviewing the UK guy, I already said that. So I knew what the names that they said, but like I said, these are just guesses. These just rumors, just names that, like, we don't know if any of these guys will take the fight or if Shakur would take the fight. Like, Frontline said too, there's a few moving parts here. So neither of those names are official. So we are just breaking it all down. But yes, you went back and saw what I saw. And now,
No,
that
he's saying that he just announced that. He just literally announced that it's a possibility between Jaliel Herrera or Josh Padley.
Those are the two runner-ups,
That's
basically.
what he just announced. I guess he talked to Turkey and Turkey gave him those two names based on what I'm reading. I don't know.
no, well, I'm just telling you, Aaron Wane said those same two names to me. So, I mean, I'm like, all right. And I came and I said it. Shouts out to Aaron Wane in the beginning of my video. I told you guys where I got it from. It was him.
So here's the question. If Shakur decides to take the fight against Herrera, right?
Huh? Say that again?
If Shakur was to take the fight against Herrera and Shakur beats Herrera, would Shakur get credit for beating Herrera? And then on the flip side, would Herrera get credit if he was to beat Shakur? You get what I'm
Carlos, you
saying?
want to go
Because the
first, Carlos, or
boxing
you want
world is
me?
crazy on how they give people credit and how they don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me, of course, I will give credit to Herrera if he beats Shakur, and yes, I will give Shakur credit if he beats Herrera. You know,
Okay.
that's how
Me,
I see it.
the way I see it is Shakur Stevenson's going to get criticized by the big boxing world, right? He's going to get criticism, but by the hardcore guys, the gym rats, us guys, we know that he would have beaten, a worthy opponent, I guess, on this kind of, for this, 4 or 5
Magnitude.
days. Yeah, this is about the most best opponent or the best options you would ever came up with, and you shot that at Shakur. You at least in the amount of time that you had, you came up with the best guy. That's
Hey,
all you had,
secret, make up your mind.
you know. So I think that he's switching up. So
Yeah,
I
he said that no, he didn't say those two names. He said Padley or Musa. He never said Herrera before. Herrera was only just announced like 20 minutes ago, but earlier he just put Ariel Helwani just announced it's either Jaliel Herrera or Josh Padley. So I'm not bugging. So then he
okay.
said he didn't say those two names.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on there with the guy.
Man,
But
I feel like I'm walking in circles.
yeah.
For
I
real.
don't know. I'm already lost. But Aaron Wani had mentioned he was the one that broke it, that the fight was off between these two guys. I remember him saying some names. Now I'm starting to second guess the names that he said now, because the names been thrown around too much now. Now I can't even confirm whether or deny he said which one, right? So because now I'm messed up. But the truth is, what the important thing was, that the Schofield and Shakur was out. No one actually knows who the replacement is. So
Look,
by us
breaking
being
news.
right,
Breaking
by
news.
by us being right on hypothetical names, I really don't care about that.
What's the
Breaking
So
breaking
news.
whether
news?
or not this
You
guy
know,
said a hypothetical name or he said something, none of us know that any of these guys secure the fight.
breaking
When
news.
we
Now,
know
oh yeah,
the
in a way.
official guy, then we'll say his name. But
Breaking
What's the
news.
whatever
breaking
the
news?
name was, we know that the fight is off and they're scrambling. That's a fact
Edwin.
check.
Edwin. Breaking
Yeah.
news. Now, oh yeah, in a way, moving up to 35 to fight Stevenson.
Shut up. Don't even play with me. Yeah, lie.
That'll be a great fight.
Stop it. Don't go. Don't do. Just let it go. Fucking front line.
So you won't give him full credit?
Ah, man. I don't know. I just wanted to see, what you guys' take was on this whole thing, and what kind of look does it really give Schofield and his dad, and do you guys really buy into all this conspiracy? And um,
Nadoski.
I'm not
What
letting
up,
this
Knock?
go.
No.
Secret dancer, I'm just letting you secret dance move. I'm just letting you know that I'm not letting this shit go right here. You got me to the point where that you got my curiosity, and I have to know as soon as I turn this video off. The first thing I'm doing is gonna go look up UK boxing athletic rules. I have to know this definitively. I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight because now you got me. Wait a minute, maybe the rules are different, right? Because I know that to be true in every other country, and I might not be familiar with that. So that's going to be important because how did this all start? Who called in this emergency meeting? Who? Was it Schofield's dad? Did somebody alert somebody that he had a stomach bug, that he was hospitalized? And what transpired? So I got to find out some rules, because I'm not just going to talk because I assume something. So you definitely got my attention. I'm going to find that shit out. Yeah, go ahead, guys.
Is it too early to ask y'all your picks for Saturday?
Come on,
You
Carlos. You know better.
you
You
know
know
better,
better than
bro.
that.
You know your front
You know
line.
better than that. That
Come on,
Nostradamus
front
belt.
line.
That Nostradamus belt is on the line. You think Edwin's gonna give you
You
See,
think
I
a
I didn't
cent?
get no credit. I didn't get no credit calling that Keyshawn fight.
uh we didn't see your comment in the chat when it
No,
went
he
by.
Oh,
hey he
We
he
didn't
came
see it.
he came in at round four. He said after Keyshawn knocked him down, he said Keyshawn's gonna win round four.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
As soon as the punch landed.
actually, I came in late, man. It just hey, man. When somebody has the stream available, I can't miss it, man.
Wait
Times
a
are
minute,
hard
wait a
out
minute.
here.
Wait a minute, Carlos. Well, what about me? That I called the round four, but something in the mic messed up, so they thought I called it in the last fight.
Cheating ass.
Cheating ass. Si tú me dejas. Ah. Yeah. Yo, listen, I got a pig that can
I
fly. I
knew it.
want to
I
send him
knew it.
that.
Sander was gonna win through the body shots. Oh man, I knew it. I knew it.
Not now. It's inconvenient.
No, I don't get. I don't get nothing. No, no me pegué la loto. A la madre.
Yeah, I gotta look that up,
Yo,
baby. I
so
have to.
there's a lot of chat. Bang Bang just said that there's a lot of chat going on that it might be Javier. He's in
Javier Fortuna?
no
Oh,
No
Javier Herrera.
Fortuna.
He's saying that he's getting a lot of talk right now about it. So
Javier. Oh, the guy we were talking. Okay, okay.
yeah,
Oh,
dude,
we're still
that'll
talking
be
about this? Okay.
that'll be a good replacement, and hopefully it'll be a banger. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's a tougher fight.
I think it
It'll
might be
be
a
it.
tougher fight than that Patty kid.
Yeah.
I don't know. According
W-
to
We
Secret Dancer, Patty's ready right now.
Well, I would assume Javier is ready now too because he's fighting in March.
Yeah, he's got to be in
man,
the gym, right?
So he's
Correct.
you
got to get a
you
camp going. I would assume
you think Shakur is gonna fight like how he did with Edwin de los Santos with this Javier Herrera?
if that fight happens, I'm sure Bomac could go to the drawing board and probably tell Shakur run.
Okay, guys, listen, check it out, right? Today's date is 2/18/2025. Javier is going to schedule to fight 3/15/2025. So we're less than a month away from his initial fight. He's definitely in shape.
And he's ready.
Yeah, and he's definitely ready. So that much I can say. So I'm just doing the calculation for that you guys, you know, and I'm not sure if Secret Dance Move knows this one, but uh, did Patty there have a fight scheduled again?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, I'm just trying to see, depending on who I really believe would be ready.
What's his
And
name
my
again?
man, huh?
What's his name
Pat,
again?
I'm Josh Patty. I just was watching his video on YouTube. Then I took it down and lost his name.
This fucking. It's Padley, right?
Yeah.
yeah, Padley.
Their records are not off from each other neither.
No, he doesn't have a fight schedule. His last fight was September 21st.
All right. All right. So this kid is more he's winning right now when it comes to that. Okay. I mean, I don't doubt that Josh is not in the gym, but you can't really say he was, you know. Oh, one more question. One more question. This would be the nail in the coffin for me. Is this Frank Warren's fighter?
Yes.
Okay, it's a done deal.
Why
Well,
you say?
well. That's what Secret Dance Move said earlier. That Frank Warren's his promoter.
Yeah, because it would make it easy. Yeah, okay, okay, all right. I see
So
what he was
that's
saying.
that's what he said. It'll be an
Okay, I
easier
see what
fight
he
to
was
make.
saying now. I'm yeah, okay.
I don't
Yeah,
know if Frank Warren's Padley's promoter as well.
okay.
Because if Padley and Herrera are Frank Warren's, then he can make either fight happen.
Right.
My
He's gonna
question
have
for
to
you.
get a I mean, this is a lot of moving parts because you can just say, yeah, let me take Herrera from this card, but you do
And
that,
replace.
and what are you gonna do to this guy's card? This
He'll put
fight.
Hadley in his place.
No, no, you put Padley and you take Padley, you put him in Herrera's place.
And then put Herrera with Shakur. It'll make more sense.
Right.
And I
Hey,
think it'll be a more competitive fight too with Herrera than Padley, in my opinion. Based on, like I said, I haven't seen Padley's videos and nothing like that, but I've
How
seen
much
I've
diff
seen I've seen Jadiel. Jadiel looks promising. You know what I'm saying?
how much difficulty will Shakur have fighting either one of these guys coming off a head surgery?
Well, Jadiel will be a tougher fight because number one is Jadiel has that footwork. He's also a southpaw,
Yep.
and De Los Santos is a southpaw, and he made Shakur run. So, and like I said, the way that Herrera fights, he's got a De Los Santos style. He's a straight come forward fighter, and he's got pop. So, I think that melatonin is gonna kick in again on this fight because Shakur gonna be
Man,
running.
I don't rather. But like, uh, I feel, do you think this is a De Los Santos 2.0? Like Shakur's gonna win a UD by being on his bike, and then everybody's gonna criticize him after that. Shit, that's what
all
I'm
Okay,
right.
saying.
Secret just confirmed that both fighters are under Frank Warren.
Oh, okay, good. Thank you. Um, here's my assessment. I'm just watching this.
Well, he said no. Hold on, my bad. He said not officially Padley's promoter, but he has options on Padley. So,
hmm. All right, I was
so
watching.
he's saying yes, basically both under
Right, I
Frank.
was watching this kid. Um, I would just watch Padley earlier, so I went while you guys were talking, trying to watch this kid on YouTube a little bit, right? And from what I see is he's not going to stand and wait for Shakur Stevenson like Edwin De Los Santos did. He doesn't give me that impression. He's going to, if Shakur's not pushing the action, this Cuban kid is going to push the action. It's definitely. It's going to
Yes,
be the type of thing where that he's not going to let Shakur relax. He's going to make Shakur come, and bring the fight out of him. So anything can happen in an exchange. I like his energy. I like his pressure. It doesn't seem like he's just gonna stay back on the back foot and just allow Shakur Stevenson to do whatever he wants. Now, whether or not Shakur Stevenson really shows that he's levels above, that's something we're gonna have to see. Um, as far as a fight like this is always scary because I'm gonna tell you what this fight is really gonna reveal. This is a type of fight where that it shows that you can fight under the drop of a dime. You don't need a game plan. You don't need any. You have 15, 16 years of boxing experience under your belt. Shakur's been to the Olympics. Whatever this kid has, that's what this fight is bringing out of you. It's gonna make you do things in the fight off reaction. It's not like you were reading a tale in the gym and your coach was training you for this inside punch or stay on the outside. You can lure him in with your footwork. None of these things are going to be available for any of these men. They're truly going to be fighting, letting nature take its course. That's the purest sense of a fight. You see? I swallow my win. And it's the purest sense to fight. So it's really gonna make a fighter like Shakur. You know what he's gonna do, right? He's gonna try to, walk back, stay on the back foot, read information, throw a couple jabs, throw a 1-2, try to come around to the body, and try to get this kid to react, to open up, to show his arsenal. If this kid's smart, he'll play with Shakur his same game until he decides to open up with him and go forward, try to create his situations. But it's going to be a real fight, and it's going to really test their boxing ability. It's going to show.
So Edwin, based on the video you
Yep.
just saw, or that you're watching, how do you see the fight playing out?
That is tough because the dude's competition.
I gotta wait till Saturday. I gotta wait till Saturday.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait till Saturday. Trying to sneak that out. Trying to really get that out of there, right? But it wasn't gonna happen. But this kid, he's fighting. The kid he's fighting is no Shakur. That's the problem. You can look good against those guys. It's not. But look, if Shakur still takes the fight, I commend him for it. Stay on the card. You don't want to pass up these opportunities.
My whole thing about this is like, I don't see Herrera or Padley winning against Shakur. But what they can do is see if they can land a good punch on Shakur. I want to see how Shakur reacts to a punch. Does he have a
See, what a lot of people don't realize.
Like, I want to see how Shakur reacts. I want to see if he could take a good punch, kind of like how Mosley did to Mayweather. I always bring that up because it shows me that Mayweather had a good chin on him to take a flush punch like that. And if your competition right now at the 135 are like Tank, we know Tank can knock out these fighters. I want to see if you can, have punch resistance.
Well, we know Tank got punch
resistance. No. I'm talking about Shakur.
And well, see, that's the thing. That's what I was gonna say. Shakur's a very, very smart boxer. He's got high ring IQ.
Yes.
He's got good footwork, and he's got good defense. He doesn't have that much power, but then again, anything can happen in a fight. I mean, let's just say it is Herrera that he's fighting. Herrera could come in with something and get caught on the way in and get knocked down, just like Valdez did, and just like El Chino. What's his name that Shakur fought?
I forgot his name.
Nakatani?
No. That's not his name. Hold on.
He actually knocked out Nakatani, if I'm not mistaken.
No, the Chinese dude, his name he fought was Yoshuni.
I don't know.
His name was his first name was I can't say these freaking names, bro. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Here. How about this? Check it out. Right there. You see the name?
Wait, wait,
Hold
wait.
on.
I got it up on BoxRec right on my screen.
Shushiro
That's
Yoshino.
Yushido Yoshido. Okay.
that's his name.
Right. So he caught him coming in
Yeah, he did.
and
He
knocked
had the
him down.
purple gloves on. Yeah.
Yes. So that's the question. We know that based on the film study that, or the films that that I
Mm-hmm.
looked at, Herrera would definitely give Shakur some problems. The question is, if Herrera slips, can Shakur catch him coming in or off balance or whatever and knock him down? You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? And score some extra points that way. But as of right now, I think that Herrera would be the better option for the fight than
How big is
You,
Herrera?
Padgett
listen, man. Look at Shakur Stevenson's record, man. I mean, for a boxer
and helmet weight.
standard, bro, he fought some guys, man. You know, um, and Oscar Valdez, he was undefeated, bro, 30-0, man. And he fought good punchers, good technical boxers. He's got some pretty decent names. Look at he got changed. BoxRec don't be fucking around. They took Schofield right off the card. TBA, to be determined, announced, to be announced.
Edwin, I'm on my phone. I can't see what Jadiel Herrera, what's his height and all that shit is.
Oh, I can look that up right now too. Okay, we were all the way on the top. I think it'll let me just go right back too. Let me see. There he is, right there. His
It is
height,
the show.
they don't have it. Oh, and it's two southpaws going against each other. You guys noticed that, right? Shakur's a southpaw. He's a southpaw.
Yeah, that's
Oh
what I
yeah, well
told you.
that's gonna be
He's
a
like a De
problem
Los
too.
Santos.
That's what I'm saying. Like Shakur didn't want to commit with De Los Santos. Is he gonna try to commit with Herrera? So it's like,
Right, right. I get what you're saying.
Come on, Secret. Secret, you were talking good about Herrera. Don't make excuses now. You was talking highly about Herrera.
the secret data says that Herrera is a pretty big 135. Oh,
No diddy.
pause. Yeah,
Um,
thank you.
the fight might be too early for
It might
Herrera,
be.
but he's a major
It
talent for
might be,
sure.
but when the call comes in and the opportunity to go out there, Riyadh season, Turkey, Al Sheikh, got hotels, they rolling out the red carpet for you. You ain't never gonna get no fight signed like this. Who? What? Not anytime soon. And some of these
Yeah, you got to take
moments,
that call quick.
these fighters can't say no.
That's how stupid Floyd Schofield is. Like this is when you get the call, you take the call. You don't do
Just
this, man.
look.
And not for nothing, it's true what Carlos said though. We've been waiting for to see what Shakur's chin is made of. It's true. We
Yeah,
have because Shakur has one of the slickest. I mean, he's one of the boxers that get hit the
yep.
least. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So if he was to get checked to the chin, how
How
will
will
he
he
react?
react? Right.
Because
And will he
because
get on
yeah,
his
And
bike and
if he
start
gets
running?
correct, or would he settle back into his style and not rush himself into possibly getting hurt even more? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
it's
Look,
like
guys. Go ahead, Carlos. Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead.
It's like for example, like Sanders Stallion's last fight, he got punched flush, and we seen his reaction, and
His knees
you know what I
buckled.
mean. But he still came to fight. It didn't really like
He didn't rush himself into getting hurt
right.
more. He got on his back
Yeah.
foot and he settled down and then he
Yeah,
came back. So that's a smart move
Yeah.
on Xander's
Yeah.
side
That was a
on
smart move.
Sanders
Now, I was having a
So
I'm glad you guys brought up Zen Desire, right? I was having a conversation with one of my subscribers. Damn it, se me fue el hilo on his name. And he asked me, why did I feel, and Kano Loco said that Xander Zion needs, a new coach or to move on when we agreed that he looked better. He won all the rounds. So what gives you, me and Kano Loco to say that he should look for other means of, getting coaching? And I told him today,
well, no, it wasn't that he's getting other coaching. What he's saying is Xander should hire, or Sereno, his coach, should hire another coach just to put eyes on his fight, to study what Sereno's not seeing. Because you gotta understand that Sereno has been his trainer since day
right,
Yeah,
one. So Sereno might not see something that another coach, if they put their eyes
I
on
get
it,
it.
they'll be able to see it and tell Sereno, look, he's got to work on
Right.
this,
yep.
this, this, or
It's
this
kind
And
of
that's
like
exactly
it's
to
kind of
that's
like
improve.
with real quick. It's kind of like with Teofimo with his dad, and Teofimo's dad saying like Eddie Reynoso, I
right.
want you to take my son to the next level. You know what I mean? Because Tander's coach, it seems like Tander, maxed out with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's Bam Bam. That's way too late. I don't know if that could happen. This guy's already out there. The other dude got a fight schedule, and it was scheduled out there. They would have to fly those guys in. So what you're saying, Frontline, about this situation is what I'm saying, right? Is get another set of eyes and try to get it. It's kind of like me, right? When I'm drawing something, I'll draw it. If I'm drawing the same thing too long, sometimes when I step away from it, I got to put the pencil down. Whether I come back to tomorrow, that same day, but and then when I come back to it, I see things different, things I didn't see before because I've been looking at the same thing far too long. And as a coach, he's been watching Xander Zion far too long. And there's just other ways to approach situations. Like Naoya Inoue taught me the the ability to cut a movement out of the fight game. Meaning, when you throw a punch and the person goes to raise their guard to block, Naoya learned how to take that move out of the equation. He doesn't react to it. He judged you. Your punch comes up to here. He never goes like this and then is coming out. You threw the punch, it comes here and he's reacting. And I was like, yo, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. He knocked out Nonito Donaire like that. When he caught him in the inside, Donaire threw that shot. He was supposed to react. He never reacted. He just went forward. And he knows distance and it's just beautiful. So when you can learn different, it's not that Xander Zion doesn't look good. I think he looks good, but I'm honest with myself. Xander Zion, what he looks like is he's just getting more fluent on what he's already has. To tell you the
Yeah,
truth,
yeah.
he's been throwing the same punches, the same combination, the same way walking down. He's just getting better at it. He's getting stronger at it, quicker. It's becoming more fluid, but make no mistake, he's the same Xander Zion. Now, what I'm saying is, before you start getting a lot of film on that kid, and some coach just builds up a game plan because it's not going to be hard. You're doing the same shit. And the reason why I said get another eye and teach them other things, teach them how to open a fight different. Teach them how to be unpredictable. Teach him how to not to come out of his shell the same way every time. Teach him how to push off, like don't get in these situations. Maybe try a different style. Make him think. Don't be the same one just relying that you're that much sharper, that much quicker, and you're that much faster on the trigger. That's all you're relying on. So
Is Shakur fully with Bomac, or is he with still with his grandfather?
he's with his grandfather
He's with his
100%.
grandfather.
He's with his grandfather 100%. Bomac might oversee, or he might train with Terrence, and Terrence teach him. I can't really say. I'm not in the gym. I can't say what the fuck's really going on there. But I tell you one thing right now. His grandfather is basically his dad. That's the only father he knows. So um, whenever he comes out, he's chief second. He's the one that speaks Shakur. He's training him.
You think that Berlanga's coach could be a good coach, extra coach for their Sayas?
Yeah, Frontline talked about this the other day on my channel, where he told Cano that he would actually be a perfect coach
Mike
because
Farrat,
he's
yeah,
also in the Florida area.
yeah. Mark Farrat, he's in my neck of the woods. He's in Tampa, and
So yeah,
Zayas is in, I think, like the Miami area. So
Because
it'll be a good look.
that's 2 hours and away from each other, roughly
Three and a half.
3.5. Okay, yeah.
45-minute flight.
because at this point, man, the 154th division, man, it's hot right now. It's we gotta make sure that we ready. You know what I mean? The the Conwells, the Ortiz, the Boachucks.
Why
These
you
guys,
think?
these
Why
guys
you
are
think I was
strong.
right? Why you think I was hinting to the fact that they need to strip Terrence Crawford? Who you think, if they strip it, is going to run up to challenge for that belt? It's going to be Xander Zion and some of these guys. Give my boy a shot at that fucking WBA, because Terrence Crawford, you're not going to defend it. If you're not going to give Xander Zion his shot at the WBO, because Sebastian Fedora seems to have more options on the table. A lot of options. Seems like everybody's coming after that tall string bean dude, right? So fuck it. Take that belt from fucking Terrence Crawford and see if Xander Zion can get in there. You know what I mean? And get a crack at that belt. Because all you're doing is holding up the fucking division. Yo, Terrence, you're not fighting nobody at 154, putting out videos weighing 180 something pounds. You're
Yeah.
announcing to the world what your plans are. Come on, WBA, take that belt away. Let Xander Zion
And
fight
Terrence is
for it.
not gonna fight anytime soon. Between this time from now to September, so it's a waste of
Right.
time.
Let let
And he's
let,
already
let
been inactive over a year.
get two guys that don't got belts, no champions. No champions could compete for that vacant title. Get two top guys at 154. Xander Zion got a number one ranking in one place. Get yourself another guy, and let's put ourselves a fight together for that WBA 154 title.
I think
And
it's gonna
maybe
be
Xander
Charlo.
Zion can be a champion. But
I
he's
think it's
gonna
gonna be
hold it
Charlo.
up for another for how long? He's not defending that belt, bro.
I I see the only way I see Xander right now in his current situation he's in, or let me rephrase that, the current skill level he's at. The only way he become a champion would be against Fundora, and possibly he'll beat Ortiz. Possibly.
Ortiz doesn't have a belt.
I know. Fundora, the only way he become a champion would be against Fundora. But
Okay.
if they were to throw Ortiz at him, I said it wrong. But what I meant was if
Okay.
they throw Ortiz
Right,
at
right.
him, I think that he's got the skill set to beat Ortiz. I don't know
Okay.
about I don't know about anybody else as of right now. Like we talked about when Ghana was on there. Not Schofield. I'm reading Nando's comment. Conwell. Conwell, his style will beat Xander currently.
Oh, Xander Zion is ranked number 1, and Conroe is ranked number 2, and Josh Kelly is ranked number 3,
In the
and Perez
WBO.
is ranked number 4 for the WBO. So, in fact, Xander Zion in every weight, in every ranking that him and Conwell are in, he's one above Conwell. Xander Zion is also ranked in the WBC. He's ranked number 3. Conwell's number 4. So in every ranking, all the boxing organizations feel that Xander Zion is better than him, and they're saying it by putting him in the ranking. And then you also have him in the IBF, which he's ranked number 5. Xander Zion. Xander Zion's ranked number 5. And a good
What's
fight
Conwell
for
ranked on the
Xander
IBF?
Zion for that WBA, I would have thought Lubin, Erickson Lubin.
That'll
What do
be
you
a good
think?
fight. That'll be a good fight.
I thought
Yeah.
maybe you take them 2 guys and take that fucking belt for Terrence, and
And and
see if
Lubin would really test Zayas because
yeah.
he's
So
a veteran in the ring. You know what I'm saying?
I like also a fight for Xander Zayas is Brian Mendoza too.
Brian Mendoza, okay.
Because
Yeah, that's a good fight.
he knocked out Fundora.
Fundera.
Well, Fundora's fighting Booker, right? And the thing is that when we're looking at the WBO ranking, right? If I'm not mistaken, isn't Booker ranked number 5?
Edwin, Bang wants you to share the screen.
He wants
He
me to
wants
share the screen.
Yeah, he wants to know what you're looking at.
Who?
Bang Bang.
Can you share the screen? I'm not. I don't think what I'm looking at pertains to boxing.
Oh, man.
Oh, here comes my wife.
Don't look to the side.
All right. I'm too loud, guys. Mataron a callar. Here, you want this?
She's gonna throw something at you if you don't.
Nah, I'm getting the death stare right now.
Okay. Hey, you saw
Nah.
how he didn't look her way when he said it. He didn't want her to read his lips.
Ah, guys.
Man, it's just
No, but anyway, what I was saying to you guys, right? Yeah.
Bakro, yeah, Brutales.
Hey,
Yeah.
Edwin, I can't hear you.
What? You can hear me now?
I can't hear you. You gotta talk louder.
Está bien.
Bang Bang says you was looking at the rankings.
No, I was just saying, yeah, the rankings. I was just saying that funeral arrangements for me are gonna be from 6 to 8.
Hey, did she give you a decibel reading or something?
Todavía está sentada ahí.
Uh-oh, te jodiste.
Todavía está ahí.
You better keep it down.
Nah, but
We see who wears the pants in that household.
what? Listen, you guys don't know, okay? I run shit around. Not when you're not here. Can I run shit? Y'all gonna get me beat up. I'm talking about, listen, now funeral arrangements will be made from 6 to, I mean,
6 to 8.
say goodbye. Nah, listen, but no, all jokes aside, like,
Hey, on the IBF, you
yep,
said Zayas is 5.
yes.
Where's Conwell at on the IBF?
Where?
On the IBF, where's Conwell? What's he
Conwell's
ranking?
not ranked in the IBF. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
I think
Conwell's number 14.
Oh, he's 14 on the IBF?
Yes.
And all the other, the WO, WBA, and WBC, he's right under Zayas?
In the WBO, Zion's number 1, Conwell is number 2, right? And that's the WBO. WBO, Xander Zion's number 1, Conway's number 2. WBC, Xander Zion's number 3, Conway's number 4. For the WBA, I don't think either man. Let me see. No, I don't think neither men are ranked in the WBA, neither Xander Zion or Conwell. And then the last belt, the IBF, Xander Zion is not ranked number 5, and the IBF feels that Conwell is actually ranked number 14. And the IBF ranking system is a pretty strong ranking system. Had he been ranked higher in the WBA, I wouldn't go for it. The WBC is shady as hell. But the WBO is a legit one, and I think they were probably moving up that one at roughly at the same time, depending what organization they enrolled in first. That I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if either man wrote, in the which one they did, but apparently the IBF doesn't deem him in the top 10. Conwell. That's pretty interesting. Hold up 1 second.
Oh, he's getting yelled at right now. What y'all say?
I can't hear Carlos.
I didn't say nothing.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hey, Carlos is scared for you. He don't even want to talk.
Nah.
Yeah,
I got up and Carlos was like, "Le están dando."
hey, hey, man. Para eso yo no me caso.
Nah.
Es mejor así.
Nah, they got up and left. Fueron, se fumaron un poquito ahí. Pagó el de eso, se paró y se fue. Yo fui, la que la puerta.
Edwin, why you looking over your shoulder like you got beef or something?
Nah, because it be real in these streets. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's not inconvenient for her today.
Nah, yeah, right.
That's not gonna be when I catch you next time. It's gonna be when I catch you now.
Right now, what she's saying, there's only air and opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And it's her time to shine. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, we'll see how this shit play out for Shakur on Saturday.
Oh yeah, and
they haven't said nothing to Twitter. He's Twitter still. He always says something.
I'm pretty sure Shakur's gonna come out and say some dumb shit. He's Twitter finger McGee. You know, he's definitely gonna come out. I can't wait to see what happens. But as soon as I know more about it, or I find out when they announce an opponent, I'll get back to you guys. You know what I'm saying? Salute Armando. You know what I'm saying, and everybody that joined here at Round One Sports Talk. We've been on 2 hours, 38 minutes anyway. I think we can lock this down.
Oh man.
Yo, I'm gonna get roasted for this. I gotta stay on for another hour. You know what I'm saying? Just to prove myself. Like, nah, I can't do that right now. I got a gun to my head pointed right at me. In fact, so
Edwin got chancletas and everything pointed at him.
Blink 5 times, or you're in trouble.
He ain't blinking 5. He blinking 100 times.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for, though. The Nostradamus Comfort Committee. That's what we're here for.
Yeah. Nah, yes, I've wit. Yo, I'm still waiting for that damn little thing to come in online.
You gonna get off? It's 11 o'clock.
Yo.
Oh, lo mandaron a sacar la
No, fuck you. I'm serious. 11 o'clock. We gotta get up at 5 in the morning.
See, Edwin, it's your fault. I'm getting yelled at now.
Yo, listen. Before domestic violence, it's a real thing. Listen, Thank you for tuning in, fight fans. Please give the videos a
Oh
like
my
if you
god.
haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. Carlos, you're the man. Funline, you're the man.
Thank you.
Funline, listen, let me tell you something right now. Tap the screen 3 times if you're okay. You know what I mean?
Nah, I'm never in danger. Hey, that's one thing I can say. She's right next to me. I run shit in this house.
You know she left the room 10 minutes ago, right?
Not she right.
You,
You hear her
Carlos,
coughing?
yeah, right. That's him turning up the TV, Carlos. We know that trick. Stop it. No, listen. Anyway, fight fans, love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Please hit
Call
that like button,
1-800.
and we'll
All
see
right,
you
y'all.
guys tomorrow.
All right, I'll see y'all, man.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
At least come by to show respect for Frontline's memorial service that will be held between the hours of 2 and 3 o'clock. All right.
Nah,
Love
she
you.
just said no memorial service. I'm going straight to the crematory.
Damn. We will be spreading his ashes at noontime.